Hello once again, and I thought I'll have my say about ULEZ. Now, this is coming from someone that stopped driving way over 20 years ago. I just had enough. Basically, I've got to say, where I live, the transportation system is pretty good. And back in the year 2000, we got the trams up here, so the transportation system got even better. So really, I did not need a car. It was just an unnecessary expense. Yeah, I think it was just before I moved to America. I basically stopped driving anyway. When I came back, I just couldn't be bothered to get a car. Anyway, that's not really important, but I'm here to talk about ULEZ. So you're probably thinking, well, it don't affect you, does it? Well, no, it don't, but I've got a right to have a say. It's all bollocks. This ULEZ, I personally think it's just a cash grab for the government. Well, not for the government. Well, I think they're in it as well. For Sadiq Khan, he's just using this environmental bullshit as an excuse to get money off the drivers. Now, I do believe if your car, if it's a petrol car or petrol vehicle, not including motorbikes, I think if it's 17 years older, 17 years or older, is it a 2006 possibly, or 2005, or an older car, then you got to pay £12.50 a day. £12.50 a day to have the privilege of driving your car. But it gets worse than that. If you've got a diesel vehicle, i.e. a van that a lot of businesses use, you know, people around that have a business rely on a van. If that van is 7 years or older, I think it's 2016. So it basically, you got to pay £12.50. 7 years for a van. 7 fucking years. That's nothing. Is it 7 or 8 years, something like that? That's even though that's nothing. That's nothing. So £12.50 a day just to have the privilege to drive your van. And this is just in the London borough areas. But I do believe, I think it's branching out, not by Sadiq Khan, but I think other mayors in their towns and cities are having the same idea. I think there is this has come out in other cities, but this is the entire London borough now. Entire London borough. Unfortunately, Croydon's in that London borough. It used to be Surrey. Why ain't Croydon part of Surrey anymore? Why is it? You know, I know it's always been a London borough, but why ain't Croydon no longer a part of Surrey? I much rather when it was Surrey. It just felt more that you was in the country. Surrey had a nicer warmth to it, you know. Oh, I live in Surrey, and now it's like we're part of fucking London. Yeah, fuck London. I don't like London, you know. I've got my own reasons. I've done a rant loads of times about London. I just think it's an overpriced, glorified shithole. Yeah, I'm sticking to that. London is an overpriced, glorified shithole. Yeah, so there you go. But yeah, one thing I will say, the London transportation system is pretty good. That's what I can say. But, you know, I'm here to talk about what I think about ULEZ. As I said, I think it's a cash grab. The thing is, if the mayor of London was that concerned about pollution, why didn't they just ban the cars over a certain age? Why didn't they just ban him? No. Of course they won't. Money. Crash grab. Oh yeah, people gonna. I know these two do-gooders around saying, oh yeah, but it's help on the environment. Bull fucking shit. Check out the London Underground. Take a fucking meter down there and check out the air quality down there. You'll find it's a lot worse than it is up there. The air is pretty clean. There's nothing wrong with the air. I mean, cars, I think the last 20 to 30 years, have got better. They've got, better engines. They don't produce no way as much shit as they did like those 80s and below that. But I think during the 80s you had the catalytic converter, so an unleaded fuel. That must have cut down a bit. So why would you do that? So what happened to these people who've got classic cars? So they have to pay £12.50 a day, like everyone else. It's just shit. So basically, there's nothing wrong with this car. Just say if it's like, because I see a lot of 20-year-old cars still driving about, and they look, in decent nick. Not like the old bangers that I remember driving. A 20-year-old car still looks in pretty good nick, if it's well looked after. And then the engines, you get the old cars, you can really hear the engine and shit coming out of the exhaust. But these cars, just drive by, you wouldn't think nothing of it. So there's nothing wrong with these 20-year-old cars, or probably even older than that. There's nothing wrong with them. But no, it's just a fucking cash grab. What has Sadiq Khan done? He's probably made TfL almost go bankrupt. And that's the rumours I'm hearing, that TfL has almost gone bankrupt. Perhaps he's using this to fund TfL. And you'll probably think, oh, this is going to benefit you. You use transportation. Well, yeah, but the thing is, it's not fair to the drivers. It's not fair to the drivers that got these older cars and they can't afford to replace them. Oh, don't worry. They're offering a £2,000 scrappage scheme. Well, what am I going to fucking buy for £2,000? Fucking idiots. You ain't going to buy a newish car for £2 fucking grand, are you? Or a brand new van. People rely on their vans, to get them, to do jobs, And probably companies have a fleet of vans that might be older than 2016 or something like that, So they all have to pay £12.50 a day. Oh yeah, but you can go electric. Don't get me started with fucking electric cars. They're fucking useless. Oh yeah, but electric is the future, yeah. Well, where's the fucking infrastructure then? At least with a petrol car or a diesel car, you just go to a petrol station, top it up, away you go. Next one, top it up. Electric car, oh, I've got to fucking wait for the fucking thing to charge up. So have we gone forwards? No, we've gone backwards. We're going backwards with electric cars. We're going back, oh yeah, but it's good for the environment. So is me taking a shit in the street. Yeah, that's good for the environment as well, isn't it? Let's go back to awesome car. That's good for the environment, isn't it? Have shit everywhere. Yeah, that's good for the environment. Yeah, but that is good. Yeah, but the fucking thing stinks. Yeah, let's go back to that'll probably be the future. Actually, that'll be the future. We're going back to awesome car because these electric cars. Oh yes, yeah, but it's going to affect all the grids. The infrastructure ain't there, and it's going to take too much electric to have all these electric cars. It ain't going to work. In other words, now rumour has this. Something that these hydrogen tanks might be a thing, but that's going to be a long time. Too much is going into that. I'm not going to talk about because I don't do too much about the technology, but it is something else. But nah. So this ULEZ is a cash grab. I don't give a fuck if you disagree with me. It's a fucking cash grab. The government's probably, oh, Sadiq, you've done it again. Yes, this is a good idea. Let's screw the motorists. What else is going to happen? I know. Well, I tell you what. Once this gets into the system, once we get used to it, they spent hundreds and thousands on cameras. There's cameras are everywhere. And I've even seen some of the cameras being smashed up. Blade Runners. Yeah, what was I fucking... now I've lost my fucking thread. Yeah, they're going around smashing the... Well, you know. Yeah, well, as I was saying, once this gets into, you know, it gets into the system, £12.50 a day for these, I think it's 17-year-old cars or 7 years diesel cars, vans, whatever. They're going to move the goalposts again, aren't they? They're going to keep moving the goalposts. So what are they going to do next? Oh, well, it's £12.50. I'll tell you what, let's make it a round number. Let's make it 30 quid. You know, if you drive your car a day or your van, you're out, you know, it's not ULEZ compliant. Something about all these Euro engines as well, Euro 6, Euro 4, whatever. And motorbikes is something else and all, that's affected as well. I don't know too much about the motorbikes, but I know they're affected as well. And the lorries, they have to pay a fucking something like £500 a day for, you know, for a lorry that's not ULEZ compliant or something like that, especially driving through London itself. Who the fuck wants to drive through London? Stay away from London. It's horrible to drive through London. I fucking don't. I would never do it. I've never done it once. I've been sort of like as a passenger driving through London, but I would never ever touch London with a barge pole if I had a car or a vehicle. Fucking hate it. Yeah, so oh no, I've forgotten the fucking thread again. See, yeah, so this scrappage, it's worth shit. £2,000. What are you going to buy for £2,000? If I said a fucking pogo stick? Oh yeah, a space hopper. Yeah, you know what? I think I'll buy a fucking horse. That's the future. I think that's the future. We're going back to the, you know, we used to use horses back then. No, the future is going to be horses. I'll probably buy a horse just to piss off the fucking government, you know. I don't think they're illegal to ride on the road. You know, just buy a fucking horse. Shit fucking everywhere. Yeah, well, my vehicle's ULEZ compliant. Hasn't got a fucking engine, isn't it? Yeah, fucking hell. It's ridiculous, this ULEZ. It is a cash grab. That's all it is, because TfL have probably gone bankrupt and they just need to recoup their funds. And that's the only way to do it. And that's screwing the fucking drivers. Absolutely. Screwing the fucking drivers. It's just ridiculous. Really is ridiculous. As I said, it could be spreading all over the country. They've got their own versions of ULEZ. Ultra Low Emission Zone. Yeah, it used to be Low Emission Zone, now it's Ultra Low. What's going to be next? Very ultra. What's going to be next? Yeah, you can see what's going. You know, they can put the prices up, 30 quid, probably, oh right, as the thing says, and then they'll probably raise, right, oh, if your car's like 5 years old, or if your van, diesel vehicle's like 2 years old now. You know, it will keep changing. I bet you. If this keeps going ahead, I guarantee the goalposts are going to be changing. I would hate now to own a vehicle. I'd hate to own a vehicle, but some people have to own a vehicle for work. You know, maybe for the school run, to go shopping in. You know, people got families. People can't afford brand new cars. People can't afford, you know, next to new cars, so they have to go around in older cars. You know, that's all they can afford. It's just a fucking cash grab at the end of the day. If you disagree, that's up to you, but I'm sticking to it. It's a fucking cash grab. Anyway, that's my rant over about ULEZ. What do you think? Are you in the London area? Is wherever you are, is it something similar going to affect you? Well, I've got a feeling it's going to be all over the country, and I think it could be hitting other countries as well. Not good to be a driver. Anyway, going to end this now. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time, and goodbye.